There comes a point in your healing journey after leaving the narcissist when you feel disgusted, when you feel sick to your stomach, when you feel nauseated by just looking at them. Because you think things like, what did I see in this person? How could I fall for him or her? What a scam. What a con artist. How could I let this happen to me? And so on. It is during this realization phase you logically understand that it was a lie right from the beginning until the very end. And it's not just the logical understanding. It's as if you go through a process of somatic understanding, or in other words, your body also fully realizes what you have been through, and then it's taken aback by the shock of how could that happen? What did I see in this man or woman, or what did I see in this person? This shock that your body experiences is then expressed as nausea, has a response that is visceral. You feel like your whole body wants to throw up, you want to puke, you want to get your whole system out, cleanse it, and put it in back. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Today in this episode, we're going to talk about once you see the narcissist for who they are, they become nauseating to you. If that sounds interesting enough, please make sure to subscribe before we begin, because your subscription to this channel helps spread awareness about narcissistic abuse. Let's begin. Let's lay the foundation with this small video clip.
So I used to date this guy. And he... Oh, I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet.
When you completely see a narcissist for who they are and how disgusting their personality is, you feel repelled and nauseated by the fact that you once loved them or thought they are your soulmate. That nausea can be a visceral response of your body trying to get something poisonous out. All the things that looked good before now look cringy and shallow. You can see the emptiness clearly in their efforts and the spinelessness in their attempts to manipulate you. You are taken aback by their cowardice and the brokenness of their moral compass. Nothing looks or feels the same once you see them beyond the mask they wear. You feel so disgusted by their presence once you are out of the fog of cognitive dissonance and trauma bonding, because now there's nothing that is covering your judgment. There's nothing that can convince you they are a good person, because everything is clear now. You're looking at the bigger picture and you know every nook and corner of it. You see all of its corners. You are able to connect the dots, and the shock that comes from connecting the dots, from realizing things, is so intense that your body perceives it as some kind of poison that's stuck in your body and then tries to get it out by activating this visceral response of nausea, throwing up, wanting to puke, wanting to shake your body, wanting to shake it out, and so on. It's like your body comes out of coma, a state of deep paralysis, when this realization hits you. And the realization is so deep that you see every single memory you have had with them for what it is. Meaning those good memories that you used to hold on to, thinking, well, maybe he or she is not that bad. How could it be possible? And so on, because this and that. Now, no more of that. What you're thinking is, how could I fall for that? How can I be so stupid? How couldn't I see it? Because it's very clear. I can see the cowardice. I can see the manipulation. I can see the spinelessness in this person. I can see how crazy they are in their head. I can see how fake it was. How could I stay in that relationship? How could I think they are my soulmate? How could I fall for this fakery and so on? And these thoughts trigger so much nausea, you just don't want to even think about them anymore. Maybe as you're listening to me right now, you're feeling that nausea. You're feeling that disgust in the body. If you do, let me know in the comments. A mere glance of them can trigger this extreme nausea in your body because Your body is disgusted by the evil you encountered in them. It is disgusted and taken aback by the things they have done to you, by the rottenness in this person. So in a way we can say this nausea is a trauma response as well. It is this extreme state of alert that is triggered by these thoughts, by their presence, by their photographs, anything related to them, telling your body, please run away. Don't ever think of going back. I mean, don't even think of them, let alone going back. This person is extremely dangerous to you. They caused so much harm to you, and so on. Now, what could also happen is the disgust that you feel can be self-directed. You can feel it towards yourself because you ask questions like, how could I not see it coming? How could I let it happen to me? How could I believe them? Why didn't I see through their manipulation? How could I be such a fool, and so on? And that disgust can trigger a lot of anger. You need to understand that the disgust that you are feeling towards yourself has to be processed through self-compassion, because when you were with them, you were under their spell. Truly you were, because cognitive dissonance combined with trauma bonding is a form of strong spell. I call it a bond of Herculean strength. That explains it all. So you didn't have the understanding back then that you have now. You didn't have the clarity back then that you have now. Blaming yourself won't be the right thing to do, because if you keep blaming yourself for what happened, you will find yourself stuck, not being able to move forward. You have to do the opposite. You have to be compassionate towards yourself. You have to say, back then I was highly traumatized. I was deep in the trenches. I couldn't see things clearly because he or she was heavily gaslighting me. Every time I would bring up a concern, they would twist the narrative and make it my problem. So I was convinced, slowly but surely, that I am causing the issues, and that is what became your new reality. You're now waking from the state of paralysis and you're shedding all of it. You're just releasing all of it and just waking up, suddenly breathing in this air of freshness, this realization, and letting out all the bad programming they put in your head and your body. Having that said, compassion is the key if you feel that disgust towards yourself. When it comes to the disgust that you feel towards them, it is a healthy emotion because they seeped into your psyche. They made themselves home in your body. Your body was forced to store implicit memories that were not based on reality. Your body was feeling multiple contradictory states at the same time. Panic because of their abuse, yet relief because of the nice side they would show here and there. So to bring it all together and to integrate it as what it is painful. Letting this disgust come up, just staying with it, moving through it is the key to acceptance, because the end goal of any grieving process is acceptance. Acceptance of the fact that it wasn't your fault, that they were truly as evil as you see them now, and that you could have done nothing to change the things as they were happening back then. And you have to cut off all the ties with them and just let them go fully, because you can't have any connection with them in any capacity whatsoever. Having that said, your body is speaking to you. Your body is clearly showing you how it felt when it was in there with the narcissist through this disgust, but wasn't able to bring it to the surface because of their manipulation. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I'll talk with you the next one. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.